नमस्कार। ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम उर्वारुक्षि वंदनात् मृत्युमुक्षीयमामृता। Good morning all of you. Today me and my team, I am Alok Kumar, with me Kishlevya, Preeti and Sakshi. Today we are gathering here for presenting a presentation about Lord Shiva. We all know Lord Shiva is the destroyer as well as the creator of the universe. He is known by many names, and in his every names there is a hidden feature about him. We call him Mahadev because he is the superior of all the gods. We call him Bholenath because he is the innocent nature. We call him Bhutnath because he is the god of all the ghosts. We call him Vishwanath because he is the creator of the universe. We call him Rudra because of the fierce feature. And there are all many names. I am not going to tell all the names. And today we are about origin of Lord Shiva. There are very mysterious stories written in different Purans about the origin of Lord Shiva. If we follow the Shiv Puran, then Lord Vishnu and Brahma are debating for who is the better one and who is the best one. Then they attack on each other and their power collides, and the origin of Shiva happens. And if we go about the structure of Lord Shiva, the forehead of Lord Shiva, there is goddess Ganga. They show the spirituals of Veda, he is flowing continuously, and on the other side the moon is, we show the timeless feature of the Lord Shiva. Around before going in bottom part, there is a trident. We show the power of Trilok. The drum, we show the Veda's sound, Veda's spiritual feature, and the Rudraksh, we show the purity of the Lord Shiva, and the Mala, we show the concentration power of the Lord Shiva. And other side, the skin of the tiger, we show the fierce nature of the Lord Shiva. After that, I will tell the Kailash Parvat, which is the home of the Lord Shiva. About the Kailash Parvat, it is not long as the Mount Everest, but no one has arrived the peak of the Kailash Parvat. Around Kailash Parvat, there is a lake called Mansarovar. The water of there is called the purity nature and the purest water in the world. Also Shiva called as the Adi Yogi, the creator and the father of the yoga. The position of Lord Shiva shows the meditational pose of Lordship. And lastly, I will invite my teammates to further presentation.
I would like to start my presentation with a slok. आशुतोष सत्सांग शेखर चंद्रमौली चितंबड़ा, कोटि कोटि प्रणाम शंभु, कोटि नमन दिगंबड़ा. Goddess Parvati, also known as Shakti or Devi, holds a significant place in Hindu mythology. She is regarded as the divine consort of Lord Shiva and the presence of divine energy or the divine motherly aspects of the universe. Parvati is revered as the embodiment of love, fertility, devotion and power. Parvati is depicted in various forms and names. In different Hindu traditions, some of her popular forms included Devi Kali, Devi Tara, Devi Chinnamasta, Devi Bhubaneswari, Devi Bhairavi, Devi Maganti and Devi Kamla. Goddess Ashok Sundari. Ashok Sundari is a Hindu goddess who is the primarily worshipped in the region of Kashmir, India. She is the concluded to be the daughter of Lord Shiva and the goddess of Ma Parvati, making her the younger sister of Lord Ganesha and Lord Kartik. Ashok Sundari name are divided from two words. Ashoka meaning without sorrow or remover or sorrow, or Sundari meaning or beautiful or lovely. According to the Purans, Lord Shiva's and Parvati Ma total sons and daughters are called 15. Lord Ganesha, Lord Kartik, Ashok Sundari, Jaya, Totli, Samil Hari, Mansa. Thanks. I would like to invite my team member Priya.
So I will start my presentation with the slok Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukme Vandana Mritya Moksha Yamamrita. So I will cover two contents, incarnation of Lord Shiva as well as Shiva's role in the Mahabharata and the Ramayana. So I would like to start my first content, Lord Shiva's avatar. So according to Shiv Puran, there are 19 avatars of Lord Shiva. So the first avatar of Lord Shiva as Piplad form, Lord Shiva helps their devotees to get free from the sunny dosh. And the next one is Lord Durvasa avatar. So Lord Shiva had taken the avatar of Durvasa on the earth to maintain the discipline of the universe. And the next one is Krishna Darshan avatar. So I will tell about the Krishna Darshan avatar. Lord Shiva took this incarnation to highlight the importance of yajna and rituals in a person's life. And the next one is Lord Hanuman avatar. So we know that Lord Hanuman is said to be the 11th avatar of Lord Shiva, and who was born with the Mata Anjani and Kesari. Lord Hanuman, who helped Ram, the incarnation of Vishnu in Ramayana to defeat the Ravan. And next one is Ashwathama avatar. So when we talk about the Ashwathama avatar, Lord Shiva took as birth an Ashwathama, so an able warrior who played a vital role in the Mahabharata. And the next one is Bhairav avatar. So when we talk about the Bhairav avatar, when Lord Brahma lied about his quest for superiority, then Lord Shiva took this incarnation, and Lord Brahma's cut 5th head. And so in this form, Lord Shiva is said to guard all the Shakti Peeths, and there are 52 Shakti Peeths. So, and when we talk about the next avatar of Sarav avatar. So Sarav avatar is a most powerful avatar of Lord Shiva. Because of some reasons, he mix of humans, lions and birds. And according to Shiv Puran, Lord Vishnu incarnated to Narsimha avatar, and who slaying the Hiranyakashipu after, but Narsimha's wrath was not appeased. So the gods, the Devatas requested to Lord Shiva to tackle the Narsimha. So when created Lord Shiva's form to Sarav avatar. So the next one is Nandi. So last one is Nandi avatar. Nandi avatar is we know that Nandi was a Vahan of Shiva, and he protected the Mount Kailash from the evils. And Nandi, which means giving delight, giving joy, and the world becomes evils. The Lord Shiva destroys it, made to beneficial changes. So this is all about the avatars of Lord Shiva. And my second content is Shiva's role in the Mahabharata and Ramayana. So I would like to say that in Shiva's role in the Mahabharata, Shiva's instrumental in the marriage of Draupadi to Pandavas. So when we talk about the previous story of Draupadi who was got blessed the Shiva, then she married to her next life. So and another thing that Shikhandi was blessed by Shiva to civil responsible for Bhishma's death. And the next one is this is and Hanuman. So in Ramayana, Shiva's role in the Ramayana. So Ravan, we know that Ravan, who was a great devotee of Lord Shiva, as well as Ram also. So Ravan, who considered himself that I am the superior, then no one can defeat me, and so he trying to lift Mount Kailash about Shiva and Shakti, but he failed. And Ravan, who composition to attribute Shiv Tandav Strotam composed by Ravan. And the next thing that Arjun gives Lord Shiva gives to Pasupata Astra to Arjun for the war in the form of Kriteshwar avatar. And the next one is Krishna. So Krishna does not have any children for 12 years. So he prays to Lord Shiva to get me boons, that sons for my wife. And so this is all about incarnations of Lord Shiva and Shiva's role in the Mahabharata and Ramayana. So I am going to call my other teammate Kisle Dada, who will tell about further information on the topic.
Be silent, student. All the students. So my topic is about Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is incomplete without Jyotirlinga, because it forms due to the Jyotirlinga. And if you see the posture of Lord Shiva, Jyotirlinga, this is the Linga Yon Mudra, where shows the Linga form of Lord Shiva. And after this, in our India, 12 Jyotirlingas and also lots of temples of Lord Shiva, where we found a form of Shiva. First of Somnath temple, Nageshwar temple, Vishnu Shankar temple, Trimbakeshwar temple, Vishneshwar temple, Vedanath temple, Mahakaleshwar temple, Omkareshwar temple, Kashi Vishwanath temple, Kedarnath temple, Rameshwaram temple, Mallikarjun temple. These all are the form of Lord Shiva, where the linga was not created, it is originated own. And after this, the festival of Mahashivratri we celebrated at a great night due to the festival commemorate of the wedding of Shiva and Parvati, and the occasion Shiva performs Shiv Tandav during that night. And also this day the yoga is a very prominent. If you do yoga at a night 12 o'clock during the Shiv and Parvati marriage happening, that your all body are revive again and again. And after this Saptarishi concept, the Saptarishi, the group of 7 sages, are to create a Gotra. We know that we have also come from many Gotra where 7 sages are created also by blessings of Lord Shiva. About Samudra Manthan, where the Lord Shiva drank the halal vish poison, and in his concert goddess Parvati placed her hand on Lord Shiva's throat in order to prevent the poison from spreading in Shiva's body. Shiva's throat turned blue, and from then onwards he was known as a Nilkantha avatar. This is whole body is in a blue form, and the save the whole world during the poison was created during the Samudra Manthan. We also know that very mysterious topic about Aghori. Aghori which can't be seen but present in everywhere. If you see the Aghori, he was mostly they reside near the cremation, take bath in cremation, and also eat flesh of humans, and also corpses, and drunk in a human skull. And it is also said that they also meditate on the corpse, which symbolic of the rise and from a skull means so, and to Shiva rise. And this form of energy where he can, when he meditate, he watch Shiva like another form of inside core of heart, where we can't see anything, only we worshipped in every form. And the Lord Shiva is only God, where if you see the everything in her head to her everywhere in the body, moon to snakes, Trishul and the tridents are one of the best thing, where shows the consciousness of people. It doesn't mean people are saying that when Shiva throw his trident to Lord Ganesha, this is not about the killing of any god. It's so the destroy the ego of any man or any person if there is a god or goddess. We are very fortunate to in India, where the Kanwar Yatra, where 3 types of Kanwar Yatra where happen: common Kanwariya, Dakbam and Dandibam. Common Kanwariya means you can eat and also complete your journey 4 to 5 days. But in Dakbam only you can complete the journey in a 1 slot with a great marathon, and this is the one of the toughest. And the Dandibam Yatra, where his extreme form of Dakbam, where you can hurt your body if you are doing any wrong in our past time, then you can do this and you can becoming free from that bad things. Conclusion: Shiva's teachings have inspired many throughout history. How his divine powers have helped shape our world, and his legacy still lives on today. Additionally, you could discuss how Shiva's life has been inspiration to many, and how teaching can be applied to our modern world. If you see the modern world, the Lord Shiva spreading in all over world, in a form of meditation, especially where the yoga play a vital role in all over the world, where because we are living in a Kali Yuga, and there is a 4 yuga: Sat Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga. We are living in the first stage of Kali Yuga, where the human are doing bad things in an extreme level at this time, and by happening this, everything is destroyed in last stage of Kali Yuga, known as a Ghor Kali Yuga. And about some Mahashivratri, the marriage of Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati was depicted in Elephanta caves in Maharashtra, where Samudra Manchal known as also, and lots of temple where the Lord Shiva present in also in a physical appearance, like his full body posture. I am ending my PPT with the one slok. Ant asti prarambha means ant hi prarambh hai, and we are all know that we are ending our puja with the आरती. कपूर गौरम करुणावतारम संसार सारम भुजगेंद्र हारम सदा वसंतम हृदय रविंद्र भवम भवानी सैतम नमः. Here the Kapur Gauram means the fair of Lord Shiva like a Kapur. So thank you.
Anup, come here. All of you have mentioned about the abode of Lord Shiva. It's a Kailasa temple.
Yes.
And we have also seen that no one can climb over the Kailasa पर्वत. Can you give me the scientific reason?
Sir, there is a many scientific reason behind it. Many trekkers have tried to climb Mount Kailash Parvat. There is a helical path for climbing. It is said that there is a helical path for climbing the peak of the Kailash Parvat, and the person who tried to climb that, there is a many reasons. Sometimes they deflect with the direction. Sometimes they face with wrong weather, and nowadays the China has banned, because of if they think if there is a found of something related to Kailash Parvat, they lost the land about Kailash. And scientific reason, we can say there is a Nandi who protect the Kailash Parvat, for no one can achieve the peak of the Shiva.
But there was evidence that one monk actually climbed the Kailasa temple. One monk of Buddhism.
Yes, sir.
He claimed that he climbed the mountains, and we have seen in the other literature reference also. What about him?
It is said that the man who is pure from his birth and nothing do wrong in his whole life, just like we know that the biggest son of Pandava, that is Yudhishthir, has climbed only the Kailash Parvat, and other four sons during climb they get died, and during this, so it is said that only pure, no bad things in his whole life that has done, only can climb that person, only can climb Kailash Parvat.
Sakshi, come. Yes, over to you, Komal.
You can see the images of Lord Shiva or the idol of Lord Shiva. You can see that Lord Shiva on the ornament in their hand, in their neck, is called Rudraksh. So what is the significance of Rudraksh that you hear?
Yes, what is the significance of wearing Rudraksh?
is there any relation with the tears of Lord Shiva?
What is the history behind the formation of Goplaks?
Yes.
Okay, Sakshi, you show me your slides. What is Parvati? Who is wife of Lord Shiva? But Lord Shiva got Parvati, I think, in two forms. Correct?
Yes.
So what happened to Mata Parvati and why it happened? And how Lord Shiva got his wife second time?
सर हिंदी में बोल सकते हैं। माता सती का जब लॉर्ड शिवा का अपमान की वजह से जब माता सती ने अपनी बॉडी को अग्नि कुंड में जला दिया तो हेमावती और मैना देवी के यहाँ माता पार्वती ने जन्म लिया, जिन सती का सेकेंड रूप होते हैं माता पार्वती। बिकॉज माता पार्वती बचपन से ही तपस्या करके लॉर्ड शिव को अपने पति के रूप में स्वीकार करना चाहते थे, इसलिए।
Priya, come. So many slides. You tell me, Lord Shiva loves whom the most? Kartikeya or Ganesh, and why? As we know that he had a great conflict with the Lord Ganesha also.
Yeah. Because there is, for is my opinion, sir. As parents, the all children that same for her parents, that they love equally. So in this case, I prefer that Lord Ganesha.
Why?
Because there is some reasons behind the why we Lord Shiv more love.
You tell me the reason.
Yeah, we know that, sir. Lord Ganesha killed by her father. Yeah. So they realized that when we goddess Sati as the form of Durga, so they was very furious that what happened with my son, who is killed my son, tell me who is killed my son. They go every person that tell me who is killed my son, and no one is replied that answer. So after that someone's I can't remember this word, but someone said that Lord Shiva killed your son.
Over to you.
You mentioned about the Nandi avatar of Lord Shiva.
Yeah.
In Nandi avatar, he is known about the qualities of a delightful, joyful.
Yeah.
And in today's era, we can see that these type of qualities are not present in youth. So how can we culminate these qualities in today's youth?
As the form of animal, you saying that as a form of animal, that
I'm asking, how can you communicate qualities that the Lord Shiva in Nandi avatar? How can you culminate this kind of values in present days in youth?
so that's depend on the person, then how they love for his his superior. That is depends on the person, and where we come to in nowadays to showing the loves, that relation between Shiva and.
I'm asking you, the qualities like delightful, joyful, calmness is lagging in today's youth. How can you culminate these qualities in youth?
First of all,
Lord Shiva has got all the qualities. Correct?
yes, sir.
He is a very humble also, that's why he is.
Yes, Bholenath for giving me
And
chair.
he is a very angry person also.
Yeah.
That's why he is Gorakhnath. Correct. He is intellect also. That's why you can always see him in meditation. mode. So likewise, you can find different forms of Lord Shiva representing the different values in the society.
Yes, sir. Lord Shiva has
So
incarnated.
why the young generation of today's world are not adopting or not able to adopting the core values of Lord Shiva? That is the question. Is there any way?
Sir, first of all, I can't more understand that what are you
अच्छा,
saying
मैं
that.
तुमको हिंदी में पूछता हूँ. लॉर्ड शिवा के पास सभी गुण हैं, है ना? गोरखनाथ भी है वो,
बिल्कुल।
भैरवनाथ भी है वो, ठीक है ना? क्या नहीं है? तो इस तरह का क्वालिटी वाला चीज तो बहुत ही अट्रैक्ट करेगा ना सबको.
हाँ।
तो फिर भी लोग तो उस वैल्यूज को उतना समर्थन देते ही नहीं है जितना मिलना चाहिए. तो क्या कमी है यूथ के अंदर, या फिर यूथ के अंदर क्या होना चाहिए ताकि ये सब क्वालिटीज को वो इम्बाइब कर सके?
So, first of all, sir, I would like to say that my team made mention that we are living in Kali Yuga. So, we are living in Kali Yuga. So, that's is not only one person, that every person's that problems, they cannot they doing bad things, and in many cases we are seeing that, and I mentioned that they depends on the person, they how to they living in a previous where he was born, and where he influenced the person, and what he doing in her life. So depends on the person, then how they take the.
किसने कम किसने? इसलिए only Lord Shiva is known for having worshipping in the form of statue also, or in the form of linga also. We cannot find other deities whom we give too much respect in the image form or in idol form. Lord Shiva is only one. But still there is also a concept of we can treat the Lord Shiva as a teacher. That's why we often say that Shiva aaj bhi guru hai. So why we require a Shiva as a guru? Because we can find in temples Shiva as a god, we can find temple in linga as a god. Why we require Shiva as a teacher?
Because his teachings are continuously exploring by the scholars and also priests that explore the Puranas, and also Upanishads were mentioned about Lord Shiva, and mainly one of the main reason due to the meditation form that exists in every era that show the form of Lord Shiva spreading of teachings.
What do you know?
Do you know about the Veera tradition?
Okay, next simple question. Veera Shiva, do you know that?
No, sir.
No.
Okay. As it mentioned that Shiva is a manifestation of creator as well as creature creator. How can you justify that?
When Lord Shiva give blessings anyone, like Asur, many Asur, Tarkasurs and lots of, and the second time when birth of Kartikeya due to the destroy the Tarkasur, this is also we can say he is a preserver and also a destroyer.
Any message do you want to give to your friends?
I wanna just say the one of the most famous thing about Lord Shiva, Rudraksha. Rudraksha means tears of Lord Shiva that mentioned in a Rudraksha Upanishad, where you can't wear all types of Rudraksha because 1 to 21 Rudraksha, but we can wear only 1 to 14. And one of the famous lovable Rudraksha, one mukhi Rudraksha that we wear in the heart of between the heart and also in a kantha, where you can wear. And about Lord Shiva, this god where you can pray in every form. If you can't want to like a Kapoor Agarbatti, but if you meditate to think about Lord Shiva, you can do it. And also many things like Shiva, where he can preserve all. In his right side of eye, where the Surya lie, and in the left side moon was lie, and the third eyes where Agni Devta were seated. The use of Tridev, and the third eye only for the destroy of yoga, not for the destroy anyone. Like people are saying Lord Shiva are destroy anyone, but many Muslim scholars are saying about our Hinduism and Lord Shiva when Lord Shiva married one time, by second time he married. These types of myths are created by our scholars, but we need to focus on our ancient scriptures and our teachings by giving Saptarishi, the 7 group of sages, that we can lie on his teachings. Thank you.